like to love on people that have been in rough places. And maybe some of the rough places I've been in. Show them the love of Jesus and hug on them and lead them and guide them and show them a better way than what I was taught growing up, and a way that's more loving and caring, and that doesn't have to do with laws and rules, but love. And I know sometimes I scare people because I hug on everybody and I love on everybody, and so people are just not used to that. So if you go and you love on somebody that's never not been loved on in a long time, they just don't quite know what to do with it sometimes. And sometimes people fuss at me for hugging on everybody, but I figure if it's pure, if it's like I'm loving and hugging on my son, and then it's like Jesus and God and the Holy Spirit loving on their child. And I don't think there's anything wrong with giving somebody a hug that needs a hug. If it's for Jesus, I don't see anything wrong with telling somebody, you know what, you look nice today, or you know, you're doing a really good job, or you know, just saying something positive. There's so many people that go around with nothing positive. Nobody says anything nice. All anybody tells them is what they've done wrong, and that you've messed up and you're not worth anything. And you are worth something. You are worth something. And I was told growing up that I was a mistake and I was an accident. And I know sometimes I was told I was loved, and sometimes I was told that I was hated, and they wished I was never born. And you know, that's hard to hear when you're a kid. And I know that there's a lot of people out there, not just kids, but grown-ups out there too, that are told that they're not worth anything and they're not loved, and that's not true. You have a Father. You have a Father in heaven. You have I call Jesus my brother and the Holy Spirit my best friend. And I know some people don't agree with that, but for me, that's my dad, my brother, and my best friend, and I love them dearly, and they love me back. And so in 2007, I felt a real change in my life, and I felt my relationship change with God. And it wasn't rules anymore. It was Him talking to me and talking to my heart. And then I went on my Emmaus walk, and I was already excited about God, and my relationship was changing, but I still didn't know anything except the legal stuff, and I didn't know the love stuff. And I went on the Emmaus walk, and these people loved on me. And the Emmaus walk is 72 hours with Jesus. It's a journey in your heart with Jesus, and it was a journey I'd never been on before. And all these wonderful people take you, and you get to spend time with Jesus in a way that you've probably never spent it before. And these people love on you with agape love. And especially if you've been unloved or felt unloved and lonely in your life. It is so heart-changing to have that many pour that much stuff, that much love into you and take care of you, and they don't have to. They just want to love you because they love Jesus, and they want you to have what they have, and they want to share it. And those people changed my life, and with the love of Jesus, and I went home and I decided to make some more changes to love for Jesus, and so I changed my radio station to Christian music, and the last song I heard was Shania Twain's From This Moment On, which I sang to my husband at our wedding, and we had it played. I kind of chickened out on the singing part. But from this moment on, if you listen to the words and you sing it to Jesus and not your husband and not your boyfriend and not just singing it in the car, but you sing that song to Jesus, and from this moment on, I will love you. It changed my heart. That was another heart-changing moment that changed my life. I know that the things that I've gone through growing up and the trials that I've gone through with my relationships and my jobs and my family are all going to be used for God's glory. Everything that I've gone through, God can turn every trial into a triumph, and He can turn everything into a victory. You can choose to be bitter and you can choose to be better, and I want to choose to be better. I think a church is a hospital for broken people to get better, and I'm an EMT. I want to be the emergency ministry technician that helps get people where they need to go and help them get to Jesus where they can get help too. And I talk to my best friend just like I'm talking to you, and that's exactly how I talk to God, and I talk to Him all day, every day. And we just have long conversations all day, every day. He's my best friend. And there isn't anything fancy about it. And, you know, coming up with a fancy prayer in front of people just really makes me uncomfortable, just because that's just not the relationship I have with Him. This is the relationship I have with my Jesus. And I love Him so much, and He's changed me so much. But you know how you talk to yourself in your head all the time? It's kind of like that. He just kind of puts stuff in there. I've got an old red horse I use for lessons, and I really have to trust him. And God said to me, I felt in my heart, God say to me, you know that old red horse that you use to give lessons? He says, you know how much trust you put into that horse? And I was like, yeah, God, I know how much, trust I have to put in that horse to be able to put kids on him and special needs people on him, and trust that he's not going to buck them off or bite them or kick them or step on them, or that if I take him to town that I'm not going to have a lawsuit. And there's a lot into putting trust in this horse. It's just an animal. And God said, you know how much you trust that animal? He said, I should be able to trust you as much as you trust that horse. That was another life-changing moment, because God should be able to trust me as much as I trust that horse. But I just felt him have that conversation in my heart and in my head, and that's just kind of some of the ways that he talks to me and speaks to me and teaches me things and changes me so that I can do better and be more like Jesus.